have so many thoughts going through my brain right now. But what up, squad, and welcome to week 4. It's week 4. Welcome to week 4 of The Artist's Way. Let's hop straight into it. We're doing our normal check-in. The first question is, how many days this week did you do your morning pages? How was the experience for you? So this week, which is technically last week, because I'm recording kind of late, but this week I did it 7 out of 7. The experience has been getting better and better. And one thing that I've been realizing is that I find a lot of solutions, a lot of insights in my thoughts, and it's very helpful to plan out my day. I'm not a big organization type guy. Well, I'm organized, but not in a way of scheduling in my calendar. I know some people are like that. I'm not very type A. I'm more type B when it comes to stuff. I do have type A tendencies, but they don't show up in how I organize myself. So morning pages has always been helpful to really hash out what I want to accomplish for the day, what I want to do. That's not always my train of thought, but it's cool that it comes in and it's helpful in those periods of time because it gives me a sense of energy and motivation, something to work towards. And it's very meditative and therapeutic the way that morning pages is paying off. I don't know, it's kind of like I move in a way that I'll be proud of to write about. I'm not speaking from a negative mind frame as much as I used to when I first started doing the morning pages, and I've been doing it for a while now, consistently. I think I've only missed 2 days so far, and I'm so proud of myself for that. It's not a flex, I'm just really proud of myself. So the experience has been going very well. This week's chapter was recovering a sense of integrity. The second question was, did you get to do your artist date this week? What did you do? How did you feel? The artist date that I did this week was creating a playlist for work. We had a Hawaiian summer party, and I was asked to make a playlist, and I thought that would be a good opportunity to explore music because I haven't listened to old music and new music in a long time, and I have a lot of music to listen to, so it was a really cool experience. But my brother actually got a job in a restaurant near where I work, but he starts work at 7 a.m. and I started it at 9 a.m. So I woke up super early to help drop him off, and then the 2 hours between 7 and 9 I worked on creating a playlist for this Hawaiian party. So I curated in the beginning, it was Hawaiian songs for the first hour, blending into nostalgic 2000 songs that people haven't heard in a while, blending into some Spanish music, some EDM, blending into Afro, and then that was the night. And it was a 5-hour playlist, and I put a lot of thought in terms of placement, what song would really sound nice after next song. And it was a really fun experience because it was 8 in the morning, and I'm vibing out, peak energy at 8 in the morning, and people are just strolling into the office, rubbing their eyes. And it was super cool to be the only one in the office and be vibing out and really finding love for songs that I haven't heard in a while, and seeing how much growth I've had since I've heard those songs, and finding new songs, and understanding within the first 5 seconds that I love this song and I want to save it, and adding songs, and it was really rewarding. Right? Not only hearing people vibe to the music later on, but really rewarding just curating a playlist for an event, and putting a lot of thought and energy into it. And it was very fulfilling. I felt in flow. I was oh, I know what song goes here, I know what song goes there, and it was perfect. And the song would come to me, and I was oh, what's that song? It'd be perfect. So it was a really cool experience to do that. It was kind of spontaneous because I knew that the weekend would be super busy for me, so I used that as an opportunity for it to be my artist date, because I was looking forward to creating. It didn't feel like work. It felt like fun, which was what I was concerned about, because the last artist date that I did when I was dyeing the beige pants, as I talked about in the last video, kind of felt like a chore, although I was in the process of doing chores and I switched over. So it was a really good experience, and I really had a great time. The third question is, did you experience any synchronicity this week? What was it? I did experience synchronicity. I had been thinking about a former coworker. She popped into my head, and then I forgot about her. I'd also been thinking about another guy that I used to go to school with, and I went to the summer party, the party that I was creating the playlist for. I went to that party. I went to the after party. At the after party, I saw both of them. I haven't seen this girl in maybe 2 years. I haven't seen her in 2 years straight. And she crossed my mind the other day, maybe a week before the party. She was there. And like with a guy, I've been seeing his stories and I was curious about him and like he'd been on my mind and he was there. Yeah, that was the synchronicities that I experienced this week. And what was it? Were there any other issues this week that you consider significant for your recovery? Describe them. Um, I think one thing that's I've been battling as an issue is understanding the personal versus what's meant to share with people. Like sometimes I get insights or like I have things throughout this process that is very personal that I don't know whether it's okay to share with people because I just like giving out information or if this is just for me. So sometimes I don't know whether to share the information or just to keep it for myself. So that's not it's not been an issue in terms of recovery. It's just I guess it has because their response definitely affects how I view the process and things like that. So I've been trying to keep things close to my chest, but not in a way that pushes people away, but like just understanding like certain things are for you and certain things are not for people. So I've been trying to work through that, and that's been an issue that I've been trying to focus on. But overall, like I started the reading deprivation practice in week 4, and it's asking if you break your reading deprivation, write about how you did it. Was it in a tantrum, a slip up, a binge? How do you feel about it and why? I'd say the only slip up that I've had, realistically, outside of like scanning through things at work that don't take longer than 2 minutes, that was kind of like the thing that I gave me. Like, I'm not really reading long form content. I'm not also consuming things, so I'm not on YouTube, I'm not on social media, I'm not responding to texts or voice memos, I'm not listening to podcasts. The only thing that I kind of consider okay was listening to music that has lyrics. I wanted to kind of stay away from that, which I'm not listening to in my spare time. I'm only listening to it in the gym or if it's already playing. Other than that, the only other slip up that I've had is like I was trying to automate subtitles for a video that I was working on, and the program that I was using wasn't automatically connecting to the software. So I went to the forum to try to troubleshoot, and I was trying to scan through it without reading, and it was so hard. And like I had to read one line about something and some of the issues, and I that kind of felt like a slip up. But I was like, in my head, I'm like, you can just edit the video line by line and just type in the line and edit it. And I was like, oh, but this would be quicker. And I was like really battling myself to like want to read to find out the solution to the answer versus just creating the actual lines itself frame by frame, which obviously takes longer. But I didn't find out the solution and I had to create it frame by frame. But it was cool because creating it frame by frame made me focus on the text and how I can be creative in the text and the placement and the style and the design and like every frame, like the subtitles became a story. And I'll post it in the video that I created on Tuesday when I'm able to stop my reading deprivation. Today's Friday for context. But I'll post it and so you can see how like I put a lot of thought into it, every clip, and not to try to be too repetitive with the subtitles. I also edited the video to not be too repetitive in terms of boring and like trying to like create a story and like cut it to the music. And then the music that I created, I also rapped over and like sang over. And it was just very interesting. I just brought everything together. It's not just a video. It's a vlog that I edited when I went to Toronto Island with my friends, which was a super fun experience that I talked about I think in week 2. And I recorded the entire thing. Then I wrote lyrics to it because I haven't written lyrics in a while and I've just been editing videos for the sake of editing videos. And like people needed me to edit videos for like my girlfriend's competition and like doing these weekly check-ins. So there's been a lot of editing and still that's creation. But I wanted to create for fun. But it was just cool. So when I released the video, what I'm saying is when I released the video that I edited for this Toronto Island venture, the vlog that I went on, I was really trying to be creative through the limitations of what I had, and I used it as an opportunity not just to get the job done, but like to really put a lot of thought into the video. And it's kind of hard, and I feel like right now I feel too close to it to see how it actually is, and that's how I always feel whenever I create and spend a lot of time on something. But it is what it is, and it was a really fun process just to create and like listen, and then like I would see ideas. Sorry, my phone's going off right now. But I would see ideas in my head about like what to make for the next frame. and I would just create it. It wasn't like, sometimes I would spend a lot of time thinking about it, but then I would go and do something because life would call me. And then I'd be back and I would have something to do. Like I already would know what to do, but it wasn't like I'm putting a lot of extra thought into it. It was just like, oh, what about this? And I would try it and maybe it wouldn't work. Because then I would like just make a random adjustment to a tool or to a filter, and then it would look kind of cool, and I would see if I could use it. If I couldn't use it, I'd move on, and I would have different ideas for different frames, and it was just cool to see the idea first and then try to create it, rather than just experimenting and putting things bland. But then also trying not to do too much. So this reading deprivation practice, like, it really just forces you to be in the present. Like I came home yesterday. I came home and I was like slightly buzzed, and I was like, oh, I have snacks. I just want to watch a show. I was like, wait, I can't, because I'm in reading deprivation. I consider it as consumption as well. Like I'm not on any apps or anything. So it's just, all right, I'm just gonna create then. And like while I was at the event yesterday, I feel like I should talk about this in week 5, but we're here, whatever. While I was at the event, I was like, yo, I wish I had my laptop so I could create, because I couldn't be on my phone just to scroll, and like I didn't really want to socialize, and like I don't know, I just didn't want to, so I didn't. I didn't force myself to. But I was like, I wish I had my laptop so I could work on the video. I came home, worked on the video, and it was done. So other than that, and like texting people for connection, I haven't really been reading, and I didn't realize how hard reading was. And I've been using a lot of words recently, like words that I wouldn't necessarily use because I'm not consuming as much. So it has been a very introspective, like a productive introspective week. It's been very interesting. I will say that I feel more grounded and rooted in myself, and like I don't know how to explain it. Like this process has been very interesting, and we're only in week 4. Like technically we're in week 5, but we're only in week 4, and I'm like feeling the effects heavy. And it's pretty cool. Like for some reason, I don't even want to go back to, like I don't want this reading deprivation week to end, because I kind of like this fast. This fast has been helpful. It's made me more present. Like it's helpful not to have like distractions on my phone. Like it's like work, or like I'm talking to people in person. I'm not scrolling, and I haven't scrolled. Yeah, it's just been a very interesting process, and I've been very much here for it. So I really see why they said don't skip don't skip the tool of reading deprivation. I'm starting to see that. We had to create an artist prayer this part of this week, and the artist prayer I have to use it every day, and I have been using it every day. And it's been really cool. I really like this process. I will say that. I really like this process. This course has been very interesting. I have so many thoughts going through my brain right now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how my copywriting develops, because I can't use support. Like I can't use ChatGPT to help me with my layout. I can't read my advertising concept book. I literally just have to straight do the work. And like I don't have a gauge of what's good or bad. I just have to create, because I can't research. Like I can't consume in order to create. It's just creating, which has been an interesting process throughout this reading deprivation. Like I didn't realize how much I was consuming to create. Now I'm just creating without consuming, and it's a very different process, because there's no right and wrong. You're just doing the thing, and yeah, it's been pretty cool. Anyways, thanks for listening. I think I went on a rant for too long, but really appreciate you guys for your time and watching and spending time. And like this has been a cool process. I'm glad I decided to make it a vlog so you guys can see, instead of me just writing it down and keeping it to myself. But I want to keep a record of, hey, I went through this process, and I want to see how before and after how this changed me. So really looking forward to it. If you have any questions, leave in the description below. Subscribe, like, comment, do all that good stuff to see the journey. It's been a journey. It's been so much fun. Thanks for everybody who's been supporting, and I thank for myself for supporting and doing these things and recording the videos and editing them and doing the creative work and having trust and keeping myself grounded and occupied. I really appreciate myself, and I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.